I saw Barry Manilow twice.
Great song.
I don't have the stubs for that.
You don't?
I wish I did. 3 times. I think I saw Barry 3 times. Sad truth is, that's the facts. I'm not making that up. He was good.
Yeah. This is
He was a little different than this.
an amazing album. Yeah. We got all sorts of fun stuff going on. Welcome back in, everybody. Golf Talk Radio with Mike and Billy. We're back in. We're going to have some Super Bowl prop bets here we're going to talk about because it is Super Bowl weekend. We're going to have Eric Jones, the co-author, from today's interview. He's going to call next week. We had a mix-up.
Well, Glenn Aubaugh's calling next week, yes?
It's going to be Eric, the pro. So we'll try. We'll see if we can. We'll see if we can get Dr. Albaugh. I'm not sure yet. So we're trying.
So much stress.
Things happen. You know, it's not the end.
Yeah, I got all this facts. And stuff.
You know, we're not going to the hospital or anything.
Maybe
so
not.
That's,
you never know.
I will tell you that particular song from Van Halen there. I saw. And I think that was one of the ticket stubs. I saw them on Halloween night at the Cal Palace. And I have
that was him with Hagar as lead, right?
And I have in that cigar box, I had folded up a Budweiser banner that Sammy Hagar threw to me. So I have a little Budweiser, I don't know, probably like a cloth, probably about 8x8. And so when I opened that cigar box, it had all those concert tickets in it. That was wrapped in the top. And I thought, why the heck did I keep this? And then I was like, I remember that now.
That's so cool.
And you know who opened for them? You would never guess. This would be from your era. 3 big guys, okay? They wore
ZZ Top.
3 big guys that wore auto mechanic jumpsuits.
I know this. I know the answer because I saw them on a tour.
Cars.
Nope.
Who are those? Devo or something like that. Who are those
Bachman Turner Overdrive.
You got it.
That's from my era.
What was their
taking care of business?
Yes, taking care
every
of business.
day.
And
Take care of business. Every way.
They were pretty good, man. And I was, and I didn't know much
Looking
about
overtime.
They finished their set, and then the house lights came up before Van Halen came on.
Yeah.
And then they came out into the auditorium with their shirts off and towels around their necks, just high-fiving fans and signing autographs and stuff. And they wandered around the auditorium for a while, and then they went backstage, and that was it.
You and I did that at a clinic once. Remember, Mike? The big clinic we taught?
Yeah.
We came back out with our shirts off and stuff and tried to find everybody who taught.
But that's weird because when I was at the concert, I had a big guy lean up against my back, and he had his shirt off, and I thought he was just trying to get fresh or something. So that might have been one of the Bachman Turner Overdrive guys.
I met Randy Bachman backstage at a Los Lobos concert one time, and he could not have been nicer, man.
Oh, that's really so cool.
And I told him about that moment. He laughed about it and said what a good time they had on that tour with Van Halen.
It's such a weird pairing.
My job is as a co-host of Golf Talk Radio
is
to
talk about golf.
but to tie what you're talking in about to golf, and I can.
Okay.
Eddie Van Halen, they grew up near Pasadena, or at least his. Do you remember Steve Wolf?
Yes.
Linda Wolf grew up in Pasadena, had a house right up there. And they used to, the Van Halens, Alex was the drummer guy.
Yeah.
She dated him, and they would play in the garage of Linda's house.
That's so awesome.
So Eddie, and then when they were kids, and I was starting up, so she dated Alec, and then they would play in the garage, and the mom used to go nuts because of the noise. But before, and he's one of the best guitarists ever, right? Ever. So I tie this to golf, and Linda was a golf professional. LPGA player, married a golf professional, Steve Wolf, right? And dude, man, how's that for? Hey, there's your thing, dude, right there.
It's not the right kind.
Oh,
so
anyway, I could tie it to golf. Could you imagine
and I can tie
the
it
garage
to golf too.
band of Van Halen's? Those guys jamming in your garage before they became the Van Halen band.
I think there's a demo tape of their first couple songs they ever made that was made in their garage.
That's probably their house because she said they
That's
used to do that.
pretty cool.
Or she would go visit to their garage, but they lived kind of close by. Maybe it wasn't her garage; it could have been theirs. But she would go into the garage, watch them jam.
Yeah. So the second year, 1991, when I worked at Avila, remember the John Madden tournament?
Yeah.
So the John Madden tournament, celebrity golf tournament, would play at Avila, and they'd bring all kinds of musicians and
actors
and football, baseball players.
Tents.
So I saw the pairings list because we had to prep everything for the tournament, a week before, and on the list was Eddie Van Halen.
He came out there. Remember that?
And he came out, and I made sure I was there. So I brought, I was all of about 18 years old.
Bring your album cover.
Oh yeah,
nice.
I have them signed.
Nice.
I have
buddy.
I have 4 album covers that he signed, and we sat on the little bench by the putting green that you and I used to do the golf clinics at Avila. The little
with our shirts off. And towels.
Yes, the little bench that would face the door of the golf shop.
Yeah.
That little section, and
Right
we
there.
sat right there. And,
Eddie!
and I said, hey. Hey, Eddie and Mike, I've always wanted to meet you. It's really cool to meet you, and it's kind of cool that you're out here playing golf. I go, do you like golf? He goes, yeah, I'm really kind of getting into it. But he had this really old bag of clubs. I think he even had some woods in the bag. And then I said, hey, I know everybody asked you to do this, but I got to ask. I said, can you sign the album covers? And he said, I'll only do it, but I got to ask you a couple questions.
What's your favorite song?
And I said,
Ready?
okay. He didn't ask me that. He said,
Oh.
which version of the band do you like better? Because this was a couple years after Hagar jumped in and for David Lee Roth, right? So I have 4 album covers. 2 are from Sammy Hagar, and 2 are
With
the
Roth.
Van Halen. And the Van Halen ones I had were Diver Down and Women and Children First were the ones I had him signed.
Look at you, man.
And so then he says, well, what do you think? And I said, you know what, man? This is going to sound totally democratic or whatever.
They're both just as good.
I said they're different.
Oh, good.
I go, they're
That's not
totally.
Democrat. That's what
I
I'm
said
saying.
they are totally 2 different bands in my opinion.
Wow.
And I said
Good answer.
partially because I think one, you're changing your style through every album.
Oh, look at you.
and you got different singers. But I said they're both great with what they are. And
great answer.
And so then he kind of stopped for a second, and then he started signing the album. And the first album he signs, he puts, Mike, great to meet you, Eddie Van Halen. Stay as cool as you are. Or something like that. And then
That's bitching.
the rest of the weekend when they're playing golf, he's got girls around him. He's drinking. He's just having a great old time being
That
Eddie
was a
Van Halen.
good answer, buddy.
Yeah.
It really
I'll
was.
never forget it.
It's an
man.
honest answer, but a good answer.
Yeah, thanks. I was so nervous.
He's so
Oh my
good.
God, I was so nervous.
Boy, that dude can fucking
Yeah.
wail.
I was in the golf shop looking out towards that bench. The door had a big, long glass window in it, and he's sitting on the bench alone. And this is at like 8 a.m. Nobody's there. And I thought, okay, this is my opportunity. I got to go say hi. Like I would never forgive myself if I hadn't gone out there and said
Great
hi.
stories. All right, you topped my golf, so at least you tied it back to golf.
So it
Well
ties back to
done.
golf. Yeah.
Well done. Did you hand him your guitar and say, "Could you please play a few riffs"?
No.
Could you imagine?
Did he get fresh with you?
Yeah, did he wink? Did he wink at you like Rosie?
No.
Come on, did he give you the wink? Rosie
No.
did. Rosie gave you the really cool.
Eddie Van Halen always looks like he's winking.
You're not a big guy, huh?
No.
Yeah.
He's really
Did
not.
he put his hand on your knee and give it a little squeeze?
Yeah.
No.
Did he tweak anything in your
He
body?
gave
Did
me
he
a
do
little
a flick?
little punch to
Did
the
he have-
shoulder
did he have a-
kind of thing.
Pick in his hand and go on anything of your body? No.
No, but he was very mellow, man. He was very
Were his
mellow.
lips like cherry kisses?
No. He's very-
Here comes Hop.
I have to mention Hop just because you're.
Did he wear
you're-
2 gloves to protect them hands of his?
No.
Gloves.
No.
You got to protect those
I
hands.
have to mention Hop the other night when we were in the emergency room because I figured I got to listen to something that's going to make me laugh. So I listened to the
He
last.
called me.
No, I
Oh,
listened to
kills
I
me.
listened to the last history segment,
Oh,
and so my wife's laying there in the bed, and I'm playing it over the phone because they closed the door and it's just her and I, and we start going on, and all of a sudden you hear a Hop interject into the history segment and stuff, and my wife goes, "Who's that?" I go, "That's Hop. How do you not know that's Hop?" Oh yeah. Of course, she was a little bit medicated at that
see,
point.
Hop,
so-
you're a rehab guy. You go to hospitals and you're a comfort guy. You go into rooms
Yeah.
and like the dogs.
H stands for hop and H stands for help.
Yeah,
Yes.
helping Hop.
But by the end of that segment, my wife goes, "Turn it off. It hurts." She's laughing so hard it hurt. And she's like, "I can't be laughing with the situation I'm having right now. It hurts."
There you go.
And I was dying, man.
See, Hop, now you're causing pain, buddy.
No, it was all good.
All right.
It was all good. So we're going to come back with live shot of the day because we're almost at the top of the hour. And then after
He's not
that,
calling until 10 after. So
10 after?
Yeah, he calls. He's calling it.
Super
That
Bowl
was
prop bets?
by your instructions, man. You're the producer of the show. I follow your
yeah,
instructions.
I just don't like going in the early,
No,
too
you're the boss, man. We can get some of Hot's antidotes. What other rock star?
So, Hop, do you?
Now, I spent 9 holes with Joe Perry.
Yeah, that's a great
And
story.
he didn't play. He was,
Alice Cooper,
Alice
right?
Cooper played, and Joe Perry.
Did you know he's coming back up
drove
to
the car?
he's coming up to Vina Robles. Alice Cooper.
What, he's like 108?
Yeah, Tesla's opening for him.
That's
I wanna
he's
see
so
Tesla.
different on stage than he is like a lot of people are. I mean, his stage is an act.
Yeah.
He's a golf nerd.
Well, when he
On
came
the
to
golf
the
course.
to the fairgrounds, Paso Fair, a couple of years ago with Motley Crue, he played at Paso Robles Golf Club.
Oh, cool.
Mike Bremer played with him, and I think Cooper Coles played with him, and a couple of guys. They said he was great.
Did I tell you the first thing he said to me and what I said back?
No.
I was working in Egremont, Massachusetts. Him and Joe Perry were working on a project in Copake, New York, which is just down the
Yeah.
street. He called up and says, "Is this a real golf course?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Well, this is Alice Cooper. I want to come play." And I said, "Well, this this is Jimmy Page, and we'd love to have you come play." And he showed up, walked in. I thought he was kidding. He walked in and said, "Are you Jimmy Page?" I said, "Yeah, it's me."
That is awesome.
Yeah, because I don't know if he's Alice Cooper or not.
What year was that?
83 or 4 or something like that. Maybe a little later. Could have been 80. He came in, played. We played 27 holes together.
That is so cool, man. What kind of
That's
golfer
cool.
was he?
So he was good. He shot even par in the first 9 holes.
Wow.
And but he was really good.
Did he have a
Red
snake?
Izod shirt on, white pants and shoes.
Did he have a snake around his neck?
No, but we went and saw his concert, and he had all that. It was the weirdest thing. But I tell you, he
Great
says, "You're Jimmy
stories,
Page,
man.
right?" I started laughing. I
Great
said, "You are Alice Cooper." I said,
Yeah.
"Yeah."
All right, guys, we'll be right back. Golf Talk Radio with Mike and Billy. Stay with us on the other side for a live shot of the day and Super Bowl prop bets.